stop? Play music. Hey, hey. Don't you? Thank you. I took my shower and I'm like in my jammies. Just an interview. I forgot I had an interview for my kids. I registered them for a grief summer camp, like for 3 days, where it's they do a grief activities, but also like real girl activities. And she called me. She's like, "Oh, we're waiting for you on Skype." I'm like, "Oh shit." I mean, their shirt is all stained. I put like a bib on her so that it doesn't look too bad. No, but thank you. They're not matching. They don't go together. I just grab something light. How's your Friday night? Exact comfort. Yes. It's Friday night. I'm not planning on going to movie theater or anything or anywhere. If I stay in my backyard, I'm okay. My girls are playing outside right now. They had a couple bites, the phone call, and then forgot they were hungry, so. So I said, well, if I'm gonna eat by myself, might as well come and eat with you guys. It's so good. I ordered just a Grec. So I have lasagna. Lasagna for me. Usually I'm not a big, thank you. I have a hard time with lasagna. There's one lasagna I really love in Cowansville. And I've never found any of it that tastes the same. But this one, actually, I'm surprised. It's pretty good. And then I ordered for the girls, and I ordered one for myself. One of the souvlaki. And mine comes with a Caesar salad, which I'll eat for lunch tomorrow. And I ordered a side of bread and tzadiksa. That's all ordinary, but. So I'm like, it was my birthday this week. I'm like, what do I want to eat? We only had like, what did we eat for my birthday? Oh, we had steak and broccoli for my birthday. And instead of going to the restaurant, I'm like, oh, we could go to the restaurant. Stop it! Stop! My gosh. Like, I have to get dressed and get out of my house? Ooh, that's a big no. Thank you. No, I'm eating, baby. What's for dinner for you? What do you have, or what are you having? My girls wanted some Pepsi. I got her some, but she didn't know yet. I haven't drank that in a long time. Woo! Woo! I never meant to start a war. It's actually pretty good. The lasagna is actually delicious. Hey, K-Coops! Oh my god. You changed your name. Awesome. Awesome, K-Coops. On the trampoline. That's a boy, but nice. K-Coops. What? Amazing. But yeah, so we started eating, and then I forgot, it's written there. I had an email today reminding me at 6 o'clock we had an appointment on Zoom. And then, I had a couple reminders today. I'm like, oh yeah. Now it's like 6:15, I'm eating, starting to eat. And then get a call, she's like, oh, this is whatever, like a curry from Myra's Foundation. I'm like, oh shit. Like, we're waiting for you on Zoom. Like 20 minutes later, like, so sorry, we're coming. Come in. So it was just that they were asking questions, like, because it's a grief camp, It's not just crying, like it's a summer camp for 3 days, and they have some activities to honor the person that died, or to honor like just, and then they have activities like just a regular summer camp. Lots of fun, lots of food. And so they do an interview with the kids to see if they know what it is, and like if they have questions and how it works. But yeah, in PJ, what? Amy Dershowitz was so stained, like I don't know what she put on, makeup or whatever. So I go and put like a long sleeve bib. Like, put that on. And then when it was done, they were out. Their boyfriends, the boys that live in the neighborhood, they've been waiting in the backyard since the beginning. So so we didn't even say goodbye. She just like walked out. How's your Friday night? I see. Fun, nice. What are you guys doing? I'm thinking of we're gonna do a movie night tonight. Not a movie. Something about grandpa. Fight with grandpa. I don't know. On Netflix. How you doing? This is a really good lasagna. If you have a hard time ordering lasagna from the restaurant, this one is pretty decent. It's from Casa Grec. Mmm. Nice. You look perfect tonight. Your name sounds so like Keku. Yeah, I wanted to say ghetto, but it's not ghetto. It's like full like owning, like yeah, I make shitload of money, yo. The girl with the chains, like the gold chain and the gold teeth, and like yeah, Keku. Hey, what do you want? You're bling. You're successful. You do what you want your money. That'd be so hilarious to see you like that. That's you. That's you. Abandoned as fuck. Boom. Uh-huh. I'm happy they're playing outside. I like when they go play outside with their friends. They're not on their tablet. I mean, if it's between our friends or the tablet, Sophie chooses their friends. So I'm glad for that one. It's not a hard choice. If they come and knock at the door, like, oh, she doesn't chase them, right? They come to her. They come at the door. Like, what the hell? Why am I able to do that? Well, man, tonight I ordered my food. There's like construction all over the streets over there. Usually if you come, I'm like, over here, over here, this way. You can't come because now the road is all blocked. So you had to go around. But it's like, like I'm seeing like it's coming close. I don't think, I see a guy walking with the bag in his hands. I was like, what the fuck? What's going on? Why is he walking? Like, did he, like, anyway, so he said there's construction everywhere. He said I had to park my car over there. I'm like, well, you could have come this way. He's like, well, there was more construction on that. And he said, no. Ben non. Ben non. Pourquoi je porte une brassière? J'aime pas ça. J'en porte pas. Pas que j'en porte pas souvent. J'en porte pas, sauf pour aller faire de la danse. Ou si le chandail est transparent. Qu'on va au travail. J'étais en pyjama. Fait que non. Ouais, fait que le gars, il arrive et je fais, oh my God. Right? Ce qui m'appartient, là, what's meant for me, will find me even if the roads are blocked. Even if there's roadblock all over the way. Je disais, ma nourriture m'a trouvé. My food found me. No matter what. Even like, he climbed mountains and like walked to bring me my food. I'm like, man, universe, you're so loving on me right now. So yeah, my man is climbing all of these mountains in his head to get to come and visit me, to come and see me in person. everything I desire is making its way to me. There might be a roadblock and like, oh shit, I have to go around. I'm gonna have to walk, I guess. I still don't drink pop. I ordered one for Sophie. I'm not gonna give her the whole thing. Toi, Alain, t'as-tu juste à faire? Regarder les filles si on est brassières ou pas. Ça me fais ça souvent. Si tu sais que j'en ai pas souvent, c'est parce que c'est juste ça que tu regardes. T'écoutes pas mon contenu? Hein? En quoi ça fait un changement qu'une brassière ou pas? Allô, Michel? Ça va bien? J'ai faim, là. Moi, je voulais aller au buffet à soir. Ce serait bon d'aller au buffet des continents. Ça va des continents. Là, ça me tentait pas de mettre en pyjama. Mais là, je voulais pas manger de la pizza, on a mangé hier. Je suis comme, la pizza. Saint-Hubert, je suis tannée. Comme, je commence souvent à m'affaire sur DoorDash. Là, je me sens quelque chose qui serait bon, quelque chose de différent, un peu plus soutenant, là. Ça va l'exciter. Sûrement. Sûrement. Ben, j'étais excitante, ben ouais. Je veux dire, tout le monde a des seins. Tout le monde a des épaules. C'est excitant. Reste comme ça, c'est beau comme ça. OK? Don't make it weird. Passe pas des commentaires comme ça. Parce que je resterai pas comme ça. C'est des commentaires vraiment weird. Je sais que c'est des compliments que tu veux donner, hein? Mais ça va pas de même. Tu manges la lasagne. La bonne lasagne. C'est pas bonne. C'est pas la meilleure, là. Vraiment, si tu avais la chance d'aller au Saco à Nisville, c'est, ça s'appelle le pub principal, là. Ça, c'est la meilleure pizza, la meilleure lasagne. Il y a du pepperoni dedans. C'est quoi d'autre dedans? La sauce est épicée. Non. Lasagne. Mais en tout cas, Casa Y, là, c'est la deuxième. La meilleure. La deuxième, c'est celle que j'ai trouvé la mieux à date à Brossard, dans le coin de Brossard. Depuis que je commande, là, Barbie, j'étais pas fan. Boston Pizza, j'étais pas fan. Elle est pas épicée pantoute, elle, là. J'aime ça qu'il y ait un petit kick dedans, là. Merci, Alain. C'est juste jamais approprié de parler des seins et des brasseurs à une femme. Parce qu'il y a vraiment zéro but. Hein? Et en fait, à cause de ça, il y a plein de femmes qui portent des brassières. Non, ben, j'en fais pas maison. Pas encore. Parce que j'ai pas encore une recette de sauce que j'aime bien. Si je peux passer une heure à faire une lasagne que j'haïs, je vais la commander. Puis juste faire, ah shit, j'ai commandé de quoi j'aime pas. Ben, je sais que j'avais vu, j'ai mangé du filet mignon cette semaine aussi. Genre, quand je mange du steak, c'est juste du filet mignon. J'ai comme décidé, en fait, je voulais commander du bâton rouge. Ça va bien, JF? Moi, je voulais du bâton rouge parce que on mange beaucoup de filet mignon là-bas. Puis les filles aussi en mangent. Dans ça, j'ai dit, c'est quoi, il me semble, Amir? OK. Ça me semble que ça m'intéressait. Avec la sauce tzatziki. Fait qu'au lieu d'aller au saveur des continents avec un buffet, ben, je me suis fait un lasagne, poulet, riz, des petits pains. J'ai même de la salade. c'est comme un buffet. Je mange un petit peu dans tout. Yeah, ça goûte pas bon. Ça qui fait du bien. Les filles ont goûté. Sophie, elle a pris quoi? Je pense qu'elle a mangé un morceau de poulet, puis un petit peu de riz. Elle dit, j'aime pas ça. Après ça, Émilie, elle, ben justement, on a commencé à manger. Elle dit, oh, yum, j'aime le poulet, après une bouchée. Puis après notre rencontre qu'on avait, quand j'avais oublié, puis on a arrêté de manger à la rencontre, elle est partie dehors. Fait que, on va avoir des collations ce soir. Qu'est-ce qu'elle n'est pas si faim que ça? Elle a mangé une coupe de chips avant tantôt, ça. Fait qu'on dégustait. Un petit quelque chose. C'est quoi j'ai mangé? Ah, j'ai pas dîné vraiment. Mon déjeuner, c'est quoi? 2 toasts beurre de peanut confiture avec un lait au chocolat, un chocolat chaud. Mon souper, j'ai pris 2 morceaux de pizza, c'était dégueulasse. Le fromage, là, moi, quand je mange mes pâtes, là, si je peux commander au restaurant, mais quand je commande au restaurant, là, spaghetti, je demande tout le temps gratiné. Là, en ce moment, le fromage, là, le gratiné, c'est meilleur. Ma voix, là, j'ai de la misère depuis 2-3 jours, là, ma voix, elle change, je change. Je peux pas parler plus fort. Mais je suis pas en train de la perdre. Mais super bon, le fromage est délicieux. La sauce aussi est bonne. Moi, je sais que si j'ai un star, comme je veux vraiment manger de la sauce, de la lasagne, baby, I'm not like the rest. Mais moi, je sais pas. Mes 2 filles ont chacun une fête. Samedi, j'ai une fille qui a une fête d'un ami, puis dimanche, c'est l'autre fille qui a une fête. Fait que je vais décider avec les filles qu'est-ce qu'elles veulent faire durant ce temps-là. Je me reprends. Ouais, mon dîner, ouais. J'ai mangé la moitié de sandwich au poulet. Puis on est allé à la ferme, j'avais faim. Pour ça, j'aime ça, manger au buffet. Je peux manger n'importe quoi, je me fais une grosse assiette. Je mange pas tout le temps tout, mais au moins, c'est pas comme, je vais manger juste une pizza. Non, je peux prendre une pizza, des petits poulets, des spring rolls, whatever, right? Parce que j'ai mon pudding au chocolat à la fin. Moi, il y a la grosse table de dessert, moi, ce que je mange, un bol de pudding au chocolat et ou un bol de jello. That's it. Ils sont bien cute, les petits gâteaux, là, mais à moins qu'un gâteau à l'érable. Soit je vais faire une exception, des fois. Mais ouais, fait que là, je me reprends. Salut! Ça, excusez-moi. En plus, je bois du Pepsi, fait que ça fait roter. C'est dégueulasse. Ça goûte l'eau, ça goûte même pas bon. Je sais pas pourquoi je bois ça, là. C'est dégueu. Ce morceau de souvlaki, j'ai commandé du souvlaki. C'était ça que je voulais manger à soir. D'ailleurs, j'allais bien hier, c'était juste partie de la guérison. Ouais. Quand tu guéris, là, ça veut pas dire que j'allais pas bien. C'est juste une grosse émotion. Ah ouais? C'est pas capable. J'en buvais avant, le Pepsi. Beaucoup. Oh, mais j'ai quand même fait une bonne... un bon trou là-dedans. Pas plus que ça. Pas plus que ça. La viande sur le... Pas de viande. Ouais, je suis pas une cuisiner. Je vais leur faire goûter, puis les autres, au pire, ils mangeront des céréales s'ils aiment pas ça. Non, pis tout. Je te donne un petit morceau de pain, maman. Un gros pain. C'est un bon petit pain mou, ça. Tu peux t'avoir un petit peu, comment, Pétou? La miche, je suis toute molle. Toute molle. Vous avez mangé quoi pour souper? Vous avez mangé quoi? Ben oui, du pain avec du beurre. Ça fait sec un petit peu. Ça fait un petit peu sec, sinon. Ben oui. Hey, Philippe. Hello. Il aime ça se faire plaisir dans le cou. Dans le cou, là. Ben moi, je achète du beurre. Avant, j'achetais de la margarine. Tu sais, quand je faisais des desserts, c'est mieux que du beurre. Puis je commençais à acheter du beurre. Tu mangeais des côtes levées? Nice. Je pourrais juste prendre mon pot de beurre, ça serait moins compliqué. Oui, il est beau. Il est beau et gros. Principe. Tu vas manger un macaroni. Ça, c'est bon, un macaroni chinois. Quand je vais au buffet, là, ils ont du macaroni chinois, mais Ils n'ont pas, en fait, c'est pas le macaroni chinois qu'ils ont lui avec juste les légumes. Mais un bon macaroni chinois, oh, ça fait longtemps que j'ai pas mangé ça. C'est bon, ça. Ça a l'air bon, hein? Non, on dit on est sur une vibe de côte levée à soir, hein? Wow! Côte levée et hot dog. C'est là que je voulais aller pour souper. C'est là que je voulais manger pour souper. Mais je pouvais pas commander sur DoorDash. Je sais que je l'ai déjà commandé sur le bâton rouge. Mais j'étais trop large de quitter ma maison. C'est pour ça que j'ai commandé. Tu vas manger quoi? Les côtes levées là-bas? Ouais, c'est ça que je vais faire. Moi, chaque fois que je vais au bâton rouge, c'est le... Souvent, moi, je prends le potage de... Non, parmentier, là, la soupe aux patates. Ça, avec soit... Je le prends tout le temps. Peu importe. Je mange toujours ma soupe avec un filet mignon ou la soupe avec le club sandwich. C'est super bon. Sur le pain de ciabatta, là. Il est vraiment bon. Ben non. C'est pas indiscret. Je vous rends Pauline avec leurs amis. Ça, c'est leurs amis garçons, là. Mais, ils sont équipages des deux. Même là, la crème de patate, là, j'en ai dans mon congélateur. Ils en vendent à l'épicerie. Dans la section congelée, là, tu sais, genre, il y a des affaires Saint-Hubert, tout. Je mange, salut! Je te donne faim. Ah, c'est bon. Ça fait tellement du bien, là. Oh my god. J'ai mangé la lasagne. Là, je suis en train de manger mon pain. J'ai mangé une coupe de morceaux de poulet, de souvlaki de poulet. Je parlais de la soupe aux patates de bâton rouge. Il y en a en paquet de 2, même à l'épicerie. Je pense qu'il y en a même au Costco. Ça vient en paquet, tu mets ça au micro-ondes en 3 minutes ou 6 minutes en tout, là. Ça goûte pas mal pareil avec du fromage. Il y a du fromage, du bacon. Good! C'est ça le but. Je suis une bonne influenceuse, hein? C'est full délicieux, là. Ça fait tellement du bien. J'avais vraiment faim. Là, madame, elle appelle, je shit. Là, tout le long, j'ai faim. Ben oui. Oui. Je t'ai montré à trampoline. Les deux. 2 filles. Là, elles jouent avec leur ami garçon, vraiment. Il y a des petits gars dans le quartier, puis ils viennent jouer chez nous. Ça fait meilleur, c'est meilleure maison. Oh, ça, elle est pas mal bonne. J'en ai fait une. Moi, avant, j'ai habité au Manitoba, 4 ans. Là-bas, c'est Tony Roma's. Mes filles ont 6 ans et 8 ans. Fait que j'ai mangé. Nous, on avait mangé au Tony Roma's quand on descendait à Winnipeg. La mayonnaise est sortie? Pourquoi? La tzatziki. Elle est juste elle est bonne. Ah! Mais tu fais mal. Quoi? Tu peux en donner à tes amis, ouais? 4, vous êtes 4, non?
Non, Étienne.
Étienne est parfait?
Hi, maman.
Tu t'es fait un bandage maison avec la nature?
Non, avec...
Non.
Ada.
Tu veux-tu te faire un verset compte aussi? Non. Ouais, c'est correct. Moi, du monde comme lui, c'était bien un plaisir de t'avoir ici. C'est pas des affaires que j'accepte. C'est bien drôle, mais... On a Émilie et Sophie. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Une salade. C'est un remède maison. Avez-vous faim? Vous voulez un morceau de pain?
No. Moi, j'ai déjà eu comme toi. Can I get a water? Can I get water for here? Can I also get some also?
Mais il faut que tu mettes un petit bol en dessous, là.
Mommy, can I have like the holder thing?
Ah, ils sont ici.
And the scissors.
Si vous mangez des popsicles, là, ça, c'est super bon.
Okay.
Pas trop de la ramante. Je vais checker si pas sur Amazon, puis je vais vous les mettre sur mon site Amazon. Parce que... Ouais. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go.
Millie! Je t'ai demandé de mettre ça dans un bois. Mets ça là. Mets ça là. Mais ça fait quelques coups. Ok, peut-être. Moi, je cherche une serviette. Ça peut être ça?
Can I please take the top of
Un petit peu. Mets ça là. Il y a plein d'eau. Attends, je vais t'expliquer, hein.
Okay, I'm just gonna add the how big they are.
C'est pas grave, là, comment ils sont gros. C'est chiant, ben il y en aura beaucoup. Voilà, un.
Why are you going on the side?
Parce que les côtés font mal. Les côtés ici, là, de ces popsicles-là, là, les Mr. Freeze, là, ça fait mal. Tu vas essayer de taper les Émilie? Nice! Parce que quand c'est trop large, là, tu manges, là, ça vient couper toute ta lèvre ici, le bord, ici. Quand c'est trop gros, ça vient tout nous... Moi, je peux faire des commentaires de même. Pas lui, pas l'autre gars. Non, fais pas ça avec ça. Mets-toi un... Mets-toi un...
No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna press this way because then it releases it.
Mais ouais. C'est ça en tout. Les Mr. Freeze. Moi, j'aime ça, là. Je donne des snacks, là, quand les enfants viennent, là. Dans la maison, mes filles vont pas ailleurs, mes filles restent ici, mais on me donne des bons snacks. Tout le temps des snacks, fait comme ça. Moi, dans ma tête, je voyais, là. Je sais. Ben non, c'est pas indiscret. Si c'était indiscret, je te le dirais. J'étais assez honnête à dire qu'est-ce qui me dérange et qu'est-ce qui me dérange pas. Là, en ce moment, honnêtement, en ce moment, j'apprécie que j'ai pas d'autres enfants. J'ai mes deux et j'apprécie l'âge qu'elles sont rendues et la liberté que j'ai maintenant.
Mama,
Quoi?
can I have a?
Le verre en dessous, s'il te plaît.
Oh, can I have
De what?
Can I have the? No, Mama.
De quoi? De quoi?
Can I have a popsicle?
Ouais? Fais-en.
Can you cut it?
Ouais.
Can you...
J'aimerais ça m'en avoir un autre.
C'est quoi?
Un autre enfant. Mais là, comme pas tout de suite, là. J'ai fait le cheminement de l'amour de soi. Puis là, je suis contente de pouvoir investir en moi et suivre mes passions à moi. Fait que si ça vient qu'à arriver, ça va arriver, je vais être contente. Et ok, arrête avec ça, là. Là, ça suffit. Là, non. Là, assois. Assois 2 secondes, mon lit. Non, partout, là. Et là, assois, merci. Viens tes feuilles par terre, là. Quelle couleur tu veux? C'est quelle couleur avec les
Blanc. Can I get one of the thingies?
Voilà, on va jouer dehors. Wow, c'est cool, ça! Non, ça va non, il y a juste de l'eau partout, par terre. Oh. Mais tu sais, là, j'apprends à être dans le moment présent. D'être dans le moment présent que, là, autant que, tu sais, longtemps, j'ai hâte à ce stade-là. Parce que ça a été quand même difficile, là. J'ai tout fait toute seule par moi-même, là. Mais je suis contente d'avoir été là pour toutes. Puis, mais tu sais, comme autant, je peux dire, oh, je m'ennuie quand t'es bébé. Des fois, oui, puis des fois, je fais, ah non, ça a tellement été, j'ai tellement, pas que j'ai rushé, mais ça venait quand même facilement. Au moment présent, ça venait facilement, mais j'ai rushé, les affaires, j'ai pas pu faire, justement, que mes enfants n'ont pas pu faire parce que j'étais juste un parent. Fait avoir comme, tant que mon chum, éventuellement, avoir un autre enfant, peut-être, mais, pas tout de suite, pas là. Puis si l'univers me dit en a un là, ben j'en aurai un là, puis je vais l'accepter, ouais, si je l'ai, c'est parce que je l'ai demandé maintenant à l'univers. Mais en ce moment, je sais pas que j'en veux pas d'autres, là. Pendant longtemps, avec mon premier mari, avant qu'il décède, notre but c'est d'avoir 3 ou 4 enfants. Là, on a eu 2, puis il a essayé de donner du sperme pour qu'on puisse le congeler, parce qu'il y a eu le cancer, fait. Au cas où que, s'il pouvait pas revenir, au moins, on aurait pu avoir un autre enfant, peu importe, malgré la chimio. Finalement, ça n'a pas marché. Ben, j'ai dit, c'est pas grave, au moins, je préfère avoir un mari qui est correct que d'avoir 3 enfants, tu sais. Bref, finalement, j'ai pas eu de mari pour l'enfant. Mais j'étais enceinte de ma deuxième au moment qu'elle a été diagnostiquée. Right? Fait en fait, je dis, ben, j'en ai 2. Tant que les autres sont corrects, je m'en fous du restant, là. Mais pour mon autre mari, mon futur mari, ça me dérange pas. Sauf que là, je sais que je vais avoir du support. Ça va être une différente expérience que je le ferais juste pour l'expérience d'être maman avec ce qui est bien supporté par d'autres personnes. J'ai été très supportée par l'univers. Maintenant, j'aime ça faire le support d'une autre paire de mains. Pas juste l'univers. L'autre paire de mains, elle serait bien pratique. Pas pour toi, non, pas pour toi. Tu sais, avec mes filles, là, tu sais, Sophie, elle a 2 ans plus qu'Émilie, quasiment 2 ans. C'était difficile parce que des affaires que elle aurait pu faire, attends, on est allé une fois, c'est pas ces jours, là, mais on est allé au glissade d'eau. Il y a des affaires qui étaient trop petites, mais qu'elle aurait pu faire avec un parent. Tu sais, avec quelqu'un de plus grand. Mais, j'étais le seul parent, et j'avais un bébé dans les mains. Fait que moi, c'était soit, fallait que j'attende ici, mais je pouvais pas la laisser toute seule, aller glisser ou aller whatever l'activité, parce qu'il fallait un parent, mais j'avais pas personne pour garder ma plus jeune, right? Parce qu'on allait ensemble. Quoi? Tu me ramènes des ciseaux? Tu me les ramènes? Dans le monde qu'on s'en va. Moi, je trouve dans le monde qu'on s'en va, c'est un monde merveilleux. Moi, j'ai hâte de voir le monde qu'on va être, justement. Parce qu'on crée chacun notre réalité. Toutes les réalités existent. Donc, toi, la façon que tu perçois le monde va au travers la perspective que tu as de toi-même. Donc, si tu penses que le monde s'en va en descendant, tu vas attirer les évidences que le monde s'en va en déclinant, qu'on sait qu'on s'en va. Moi, j'ai la croyance que tout arrive pour nous, on a tout ce qu'on veut, on a, ou meilleur, puis que tout ce qui arrive, c'est tout meilleur. Right? C'est un choix qu'on fait, et quand tu fais ce choix-là conscient, tu vas attirer différentes évidences dans ta réalité. Fait que, moi, c'est pas à cause du monde qu'on s'en va que je veux pas faire d'enfant. C'est juste pour moi, dire, est-ce que je suis prête à retourner avec toutes ces affaires de bébé? Ah, tu peux les garder dehors le temps que vous finissez. C'est correct? Merci, Abdel. Les coups de la vie. C'est pas grave, ça? Qu'est-ce que tu manifestes? Tu manifestes que t'as pas confiance en toi puis tu vas faire plus d'argent? Tu manifestes que les coûts augmentent puis toi non? Moi, c'est pas ça que je manifeste. Arrête, t'es fatiguant. Va t'en faire. Je veux pas. Ouais, là, t'es en train de dire, c'est à cause des coûts de la vie. Fait que ça veut juste dire que tu vas faire plus d'argent? Tu peux dire, les coûts montent. Ben, c'est pas grave, moi, je fais de l'argent. Fait que pas parce que tu veux pas d'enfant, c'est parce que ça coûte cher. Et là, tu veux penser à toi, c'est tout. T'as le droit de vouloir penser à toi. Moi, justement, je ne regarde pas autour de moi parce que si les coûts de la vie augmentent, c'est une réflexion de ma valeur à moi. Toute la valeur de tout augmente parce que ma valeur à moi aussi augmente. Et quand j'ai la croyance que j'ai toujours tout ce que je veux, que je peux me permettre tout ce que je veux quand je le veux, ça veut dire que l'univers va me prouver que j'ai raison et m'apporter les ressources que j'ai besoin, incluant l'argent, quand je n'ai besoin. Fait que peu importe le coût de la vie, c'est toujours parfait. Mais si tu dis, oh my god, ça coûte cher, là, tu continues à voir, genre, que toi, tu fais pas plus d'argent, ben, tu continues de manifester ça. Fait que c'est là le travail, moi, c'est là que je fais du travail avec les gens, c'est de voir l'abondance, puis de voir pourquoi est-ce qu'ils ne sont même pas de rêver. Hein? Parce que tu peux dire, regarde, moi, quand le COVID a passé, tout le monde, il y a plein de monde qui font, oh my god, c'est horrible, ah. Moi, j'ai choisi de dire, bon, comme je connais la loi d'attraction et la loi d'assomption, qu'est-ce que je manifeste pour mon expérience à moi? Si je dis que COVID, c'est la pire affaire qui soit arrivée, j'ai raison. Si je dis que c'est la meilleure chose qui me soit arrivée, j'ai raison. Je manifeste pas pour les autres, je manifeste pour moi. Ben, qu'est-ce que vous pensez que j'ai choisi? Ben, c'est Abdel qui les touche. Fait que moi, j'ai choisi, ben, j'ai fait, oh my god! Je fais, non, tu sais quoi? Moi, j'ai choisi que c'est la meilleure affaire qui peut m'être arrivée. Et en effet, j'ai attiré toutes les évidences que c'est la meilleure affaire qui est arrivée. Fait que, Il y a une récession, c'est pas grave. C'est la meilleure affaire qui peut m'arriver à moi. Pourquoi? Parce que je choisis que c'est la meilleure chose qui peut m'arriver. Qu'il y ait une récession à l'extérieur de moi. Parce que moi, ça vient pas indiquer ma valeur. Ma valeur, elle fluctue pas selon autour de moi. Right? Mon mindset puis qui je suis reste de même puis en fait, moi, il augmente. Peu importe. Mon cash flow augmente. Récession ou pas. Je ne laisse pas le pouvoir à tout le monde de décider si je suis millionnaire ou pas. Je choisis. Parce que tout est fréquence, tout est vibration. Fait que ce que tu choisis, tu peux choisir de stresser ou pas. Puis quand tu manifestes, dans la manifestation, tu vas avec c'est quoi que tu veux. Ben moi, je suis millionnaire. OK, mais le comment, c'est tout t'en foutre. Récession ou pas, si tu vas, mais là, il y a une récession, je peux pas devenir millionnaire. Ben, il va en faire. Ben ouais, mais OK. Faut que je te donne ta raison. Même si j'allais te donner quelque chose là, la semaine prochaine, right? C'est pour ça, à ce moment-là, moi, j'ai décidé, je laisse le contrôle à l'univers. Non, arrête. Je dis, voici ce que je veux, mon style de vie, je m'en vais en Californie. On va déménager en Californie, je sais pas quand. École privée là-bas en français. Une belle piscine en arrière, un beau... Oh, ben... Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Encore? Tu n'as pas d'en amener deux? Tu n'as pas juste d'en amener deux? Ben oui. Tu vas m'en amener ici. T'as manqué un. Fait que là, c'est à votre choix de dire est-ce que le monde s'améliore ou non? Moi, je trouve qu'il s'améliore pour le mieux. Au lieu d'être dans la performance, you're feeling ugly. Why? Can you, on your computer, pull up a picture of when you were 5 years old? And tell that 5-year-old Mackenzie that she's ugly? Man, you're ugly. A guy told you you were ugly? Well, you know what? What you see in other people is only as deep as you've seen yourself. Is he the king of your reality? Ah, t'es fatigué, mon toutou, là. Je t'allais t'entendre japper, là. Je sais pas, t'es fatigué, je t'allais t'entendre japper. Alright, if the guy in your reality, the king of your universe. Okay. So it's because you've been sad that you've attracted this guy saying this. He's just saying out loud. Yeah, he's just saying out loud what you feel. Because, you know what? The thing is, it's not because he said that you're ugly, that you're sad. It's because you think you're ugly, that you're sad. The only thing is when people say bad things, it only affects us if we believe it. Arrête! Je vais te coller, là. So, if you didn't believe you, if you thought you were hot and super awesome, you'd be like, okay, I guess you have the right to your opinion, but I know I'm pretty. It's okay if your opinion is different than mine. It's just like art. I am not for everyone. Oh no, you find me ugly. Okay, goodbye. Thanks for sharing your opinion. So why do you believe you're ugly? Would you tell a 5-year-old that they're ugly? Ok, c'est quoi tu fais encore dans la maison, là? Mais laisse-les faire un petit peu.
You got pig.
Ben, c'est pas toi, tu peux finir. C'est pas ça.
Ouais.
Regarde, tu peux casser de même. Ça va bien mieux. Comme ça, tu fais juste casser un petit peu une coupe de place.
Ouais.
Right? Will you tell a 5-year-old that they're ugly? Your little brother or sister or your little cousin. Will you say, oh my god, you're ugly? Because in the end, you're the queen of your reality. You have the choice. You're the only. I could say you're the most beautiful person on the planet. Your dream guy could say you're the most beautiful person on the planet. But if you don't believe it, you'd be like, nah. Look, this, and you'd find reasons why you would not be the prettiest person on the planet. So it is not what other people will say about you that hurts you. Is that you're the one hurting yourself. Because he says, oh, you're ugly once. You're going home in your own head, repeating that over and over and over and believing it over and over and over. So you're a big, huge bully to yourself. So stop it. It's that simple. You're struggling because you can't love yourself right now. You're choosing to believe a guy who doesn't have taste. I mean, if he finds you ugly because he doesn't have taste. And I don't care what you look like. So would you tell a 5-year-old what you just said, that a kid is ugly? So I know you're still there. I know you're still there. Oh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Because then if you believe so much that you're pretty and you have your own back, and people are like, no, you're not, like, all right, thanks for your opinion. I don't share the same opinion. Because who's the love of your life? You are it. You are the only person that's there from birth till you die, 24/7. But you know why they told you? Because you are super awesome, okay? So you vibrate high. People here that don't love themselves, instead of them doing the work to love themselves and being at your level, they're like, oh, you're ugly, so that you lower yourself to their level. All right. So if they told you it's because you're so awesome that, oh my God, you're taking the time and energy to give me a compliment, and you can actually say, oh, that's a compliment, thank you. And people are trying to hit you and like say, oh my God, thank you for taking the time of your time, which is very precious, to give me some love, right? And if they say, well, I'm not loving you, I'm hating you, well, I choose the perspective. I choose how I receive everything, right? Because your filter of what you already receive is just a matter, good. It's just a matter of how you feel about yourself. So if you know and you choose that you're lovable, because who else is going to choose that you're lovable and that you're good enough? Who's going to choose that you're good enough? Who gets to decide if you're good enough or not? You are. Nobody else. Not even your parents could say that, and you're like, because they could say you're not pretty or whatever, right? You're not good enough. Well, you're the only one who has the power to give yourself that. And so you can say, oh, thank you for your opinion, dude. I guess I have an effect on you that you actually had the guts to talk to me. Wow, you had the guts to come and talk to me, man. You get to choose how you receive any comment. My dad, for the past 4 or 5 years, okay, 5 years ago, he called child services, blah, blah. I was pissed at him. Now I'm like, I'm not love, man, I'm not love, okay? My birthday was Tuesday. He didn't call this year. Usually he messaged me on Facebook, and maybe, like, at one point, I'm like, what the heck? Like, I expect that from my aunts, but you're my dad, you could at least give me a call, right? Anyway, so until, like, no, not too long, until, like, even, like, my February, I was like, my dad's not the best dad, he doesn't love me, blah, blah. And I was pissed off. He goes to visit my sister, not me. And today I was like, this week I was like, you know what? He didn't message me for my birthday. I'm like, it's lost. And then in the end, I'm like, you know what? I get to choose. I get to choose the meaning of every circumstance, right? Everything in life is neutral. You get to choose if you're loved or if people hate you. You get to choose that whatever their behavior is an act of love or an act of hate. And I said, you know what? I choose that. Him not calling me is an act of love. He loves me so much that he's ashamed of how he treated me and doesn't feel worthy of being in my presence because I'm so awesome. But why would he not love me? I'm his daughter. Not because he doesn't talk to me that he doesn't love me, right? I've been like complaining and crying for like almost 5 years. Now I'm like, fuck that shit. Because I'm lovable, I get to choose anything as I'm lovable. And so in the end, the next day I received a birthday card from him in the mail. I'm like, see? And with no evidence, I get to choose that I'm loved. Because then by assuming that I'm loved, the other person has to mold to the assumption I have of them. They have to. That's the law of assumption. If I assume you're a douchebag, guess what? You're going to be a douchebag. If I assume you're the man of my dream, guess what? You will act like the man of my dream. That's why you can't let the behavior in front of you dictate what the person is, because they're just a mirror of what you assume of them. So, but for the longest time, I can't keep attracting this kind of shitty behavior from my dad. Oh, why am I still assuming and saying that he's shitty, right? So, like, you know what? People can just come and talk to me, whatever. Like, oh, thank you. Like, for me, somebody taking time out of their day to come and say hi or anything means a lot to me because I know my time is precious and I don't give my energy away to anyone. I mean, like, to just everyone. So people that come, even if they're coming and saying a stupid comment, thank you for taking the time. I feel so loved because I choose out love. And then whatever people compliment or, attacks, I get to just, oh, thank you. I have such an effect on you that right? I trigger stuff in you. Look how awesome I am. You're welcome. Thank you for loving me. And I was imagining this week with my dad. I'm like, I had this conversation in my head. Oh, you love me so much. You think you don't love me? You say, and he's like, no, I'm not. I don't love you. Oh, right? Just, I know you do, right? Because I get to choose if I'm lovable or not. Then I don't care what the story is, because the more I believe I'm loved, the more I'm going to attract behaviors and people that prove to me that I'm loved. So you get to choose. Are you ugly or you're not? Because then from that, like, you reparent yourself. You have your own back. And for me, I have a picture of me when I was 5 years old. And yesterday I cried for like 20 minutes last night on live because I was apologizing to myself for telling her she was a burden, for telling her she was annoying, for telling her that I was ashamed of her. It's me. I'm talking about me, but to that picture of when I'm 5, because if you cannot say it to a 5-year-old, you cannot say it to yourself, because you deserve the same kindness and love that you give to children. You deserve that kind of love to yourself. Mic drop. Right? We're so loving and understanding for everyone except for us. That's the stupidest thing ever. And then the more you love yourself, and the less you neglect yourself, because when you say yes to someone when you want to say no, you're neglecting yourself instead of the other one. Okay, tap us sur la screen, please. Oh, hey. C'est fini? Arrête. Arrête. Il va falloir que tu l'ouvres dehors parce que les ciseaux sont dehors. Arrête. Juste fais ta nourriture dans le frigidaire. Okay, well, you know what? Your inner child just wants to be loved by you. If you can love yourself, then you're like, oh, I don't need your love in the end. I appreciate it. Now people will love you even more. So on a scale of 0 to 10, I don't love myself. How strong is it? 10 is I hate myself, and 0 is, oh, I love myself fully. Let me help you out. 6. Okay, I'm just open this up here. I wish I knew. 8. Okay. Okay, you, Sarah, we can do that after.
I'm just thinking another one that I start doing.
I don't love myself. I don't love myself because. D'accord. J'aimerais que tu mettes des affaires à la poubelle, s'il te plaît. So I don't love myself because. Hey, Jake, how are you doing? Okay. J'ai pas les ciseaux, c'est besoin que j'allais dans. I feel pretty awful, and I feel pretty awful because. Sophie's saying hello.
Hi.
I feel pretty awful because. I wish I knew. Okay, I feel pretty awful because I don't love my looks. And I don't love my looks because your friends will come to you. Once you love yourself, you will be a magnet to loving you. Because if you don't love yourself, your energy says, don't love me, I'm not good enough. So people cannot come. They can't energetically. Your energy is pushing people who want to come in. Because if you don't even want to be your own friend, people can't come in. As you start loving yourself, I feel I love, people will be a match to you loving you. Right? So I don't love my looks because I don't feel good about my looks. I don't trust people. And I don't trust people. I don't trust people because I have been bullied my whole life. And I feel I've been bullied my whole life because
This is where I'll go. You want another one?
I feel I've been bullied my whole life because okay, well that's where it comes from, definitely. I was raised in a chaotic family because my dad. So how did it make you feel to be raised in an unstable family, right? How did it make you feel? Okay. How did it? Yeah. First question: how did living in your family make you feel? First question: what was the worst or the hardest part of living in a family that was unstable with an unstable dad? What was the worst of having an unstable dad? So what was the worst or the hardest part of having an unstable alcoholic dad, like addicted dad? But that was the worst thing, was to feel that you wanted one. Or what was the worst part of being in that family with this dad? Uncomfortable. So nothing bad happened. Not doing what to expect. No. So okay. So you felt unsafe, unloved. So the worst part of having your dad an alcoholic was seeing other kids with loving dad. That was the worst part of that situation. Like you've never been beaten. You've never been like fully neglected, like yelled at. Like with your dad, the relationship. Okay, what was the worst part of the relationship with your dad? Okay, so what was the worst thing or the hardest part of the relationship with your dad? Yes, it was alcoholic, but what was the worst thing about that? What?
I'm playing a little baby game.
But you're just a baby. It's okay.
He said I'm a little
Is that
teensy baby.
you know what babies are? Adorable. It's not. You can say, "Oh, you think I'm a baby?" Yeah, I'm still just. So yeah, but
He also said I'm a stupid baby.
how do we treat babies? We treat them with care.
He said I was a stupid baby.
But is that true? You want a hug? Did I hurt your feelings? Yeah. Come here. That was not nice. You are a baby. You're not a big girl yet. You're still a baby. So it's a good thing. And what do we do with babies? We take good care of them. Huh?
He said I was a stupid baby.
Babies are not the smartest.
He said I was a stupid
You're not.
stupid
You're not
baby.
stupid. You're not stupid. You know you're not stupid. Do you know you're not stupid? So why does it hurt? You said, "Oh, well, you have the right to your opinion. I know I'm pretty smart." But it's okay if it makes you feel sad. Okay? Thank you. Oh, I yell at my kids too at times, right? I yell at you sometimes. I do yell at times, and I never have alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I don't take drugs.
Don't drink alcohol.
No.
It's disgusting.
Doesn't taste good. Okay, so the worst part was that he was not there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I want to ask you. You can go watch some comics, huh? I allow you that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
No. He was absent. And thank you. But I do have, I have my healing, right? 3 years ago, my husband passed away, so their dad is dead. Is literally absent, right? Not non-existent other than on the spirit world. So he was absent. How did that make you feel that he was absent? Like he was emotionally absent. Not there the way he should have been. How did that make you feel? Come on. Because my kids too, right? The worst part is seeing other families with kids with their daddies having fun. That's the worst part for me too. So it doesn't take. You don't need to be have an alcoholic dad for that. That is the story that you had, but how did that make you feel? So it was not there as much as you think he should have been. How does that make you feel? I needed to protect. And I feel I needed to protect him because my friends would judge him. And by then judging your dad, therefore they were judging you. You were judged by them making judgment comments about your dad. You were being the one. You were judged. Yes, it is. Yes, I'm doing it. Come here. Say it. Right? So it's not hard for you to make friends, but you better have friends that like you instead of friends that judge you. Those are not friends. Because by judging your dad, you come from that dad. So therefore, there's a part of you that's from your dad, and you're like, but it's me. Like you're judging him. So the truth is, you felt like you needed to protect him. So you took on the role of the parent instead of being a child. That he should have been the one protecting you. So the truth is that you were enough. You were enough the entire time, because I'm sure you're trying, you want to love yourself, but you couldn't because other people didn't love you, and that was your dad. You felt like if I was loved, he would have changed. If he loved me, he would have stopped drinking. He would have stopped that. The truth is that your dad, it's not that he didn't love you. is that he didn't love himself enough to step up. He didn't see the point for him in his own life to step up for himself. So, what was the worst thing? What's the worst thing that can happen if your friends judge your dad? Let me ask you that. Okay. You can just think it's weird. And how does that make you feel? How does that? Okay. How does that make you feel if people think your dad is weird? It hurts. I feel hurt. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being super strong, 0 is gone. I feel hurt. How strong is it? And I feel hurt because, and you're doing great, by the way, Mackenzie, you're doing amazing. I feel hurt because so first thing that pops up, not a long story, just the first part. So I feel hurt because I don't want my family to get insulted. And what's the worst thing that can happen if your family gets insulted? Not you, your family. What's the worst thing that can happen if they insult your family? They can be offended. They can be offended, and if they are offended, it is not your job to take care of them. If they did not want to be offended or feel bad about themselves, they would change and they would do something different. Is it your job to take care of your family and make sure that they don't feel bad and offended? No. Your job is to know who you are, knowing I am not like this. Who am I? I'm like this, I'm like that, I'm like this. This is their choice. They choose that. So if people judge them on that, that's on them, not on you. You do not have to hold the whole burden of your family. If your dad is shitty, then he's shitty. If it doesn't change, it does not mean that you get to take on that. Because there are people who are going to love it or not, no matter what. Now, is it that you will be offended or that they will be offended, right? Because if they feel bad, then the universe is saying, well, oui, j'ai passé une super belle journée, merci Viviane. The universe, people need to feel the emotion, right? If you're stopping them from feeling bad, you're actually stopping their growth. Because once you feel bad, you're like, oh, I don't feel comfortable. But then you're gonna start the journey to loving yourself, because you'll be like, I'm tired of feeling like shit. I'm tired of feeling like that. And you're gonna start doing the healing journey. But if you're always protected from feeling bad, that's just because it is not safe to feel the emotion. I can be sad, but again, if your dad is in drugs, he's like, I don't give a shit about, they can insult me if they want. I don't care. I'm not going to change. You're the one struggling and fighting for something that they might not even care. Right? If he cared that much, he would change. He would change their behavior. But it's not your job to start thinking how they could feel, because you would feel offended. You would feel insulted if people were to say that of you. But if it's about your family, right? Because you're the one feeling insulted. Your family is not what your dream family, right? So when they speak about that, you're offended because they speak about where you're from. They speak about you, but they don't speak about you. They speak about your dad and whoever else is in that boat. But you've been chosen in your family to rise and get out of that. How do you do that? By starting to love yourself. By starting to say, I am not the parent here. It is not my job to protect my dad and my mom for whatever behavior they're doing. They're grown up. They know what they're doing. If they didn't want people talking about them, because again, you could be perfect, multimillionaire doing lots of beautiful, amazing things. You'll find a lot of people who are going to be offended by that. You'll find a lot of people who are going to insult them. Oh, they're just a bunch of assholes. They're just a bunch of, because it doesn't matter where you are in life. There will always be people who will judge you no matter what. Millionaire industry, helping all the time, volunteering, not doing shit. People say, oh my God, did you see that? Oh, they're always volunteering. There's always someone's going to complain. So now you get to choose if you are insulted. Now what we do when we start loving ourselves is we go within and say, how do I feel in the situation? Not how my dad feels, not how do I feel when my friends talk like this about my family. I'm ashamed of my family, and that's okay. That's an okay feeling, right? So when your friends talk like this about your family, how does that make you feel? Because your family can get insulted and I don't care. Because my goal is to see what you feel, not them, you. Because now the focus is on you, girl. You finally have that love and attention that your entire life you were deserving of receiving. So how does that make you feel? Shame. And on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being super strong, I feel ashamed. Okay? I feel ashamed. But because you feel ashamed within, you're attracting circumstances that make you feel ashamed. So I can't say for my family, but just in general. J'ai mangé de la lasagne avec des souvlaki de casse à grec. And I feel ashamed because, first thing that comes up, I feel ashamed because 9? Doesn't matter. 8 or 9, it's all good. I feel ashamed because j'en ai 2. My family is a mess. Can you choose, right? Your family can be a mess. Can you still choose that you're good enough and that you're awesome? Can you separate yourself from the family? The family is a mess. The people in the family are a mess, but I'm not. J'ai Sophie qui a 8 ans, puis Émilie qui en a 6. Right? Because now you get to choose, man, I'm ashamed of my family, or say, I'm so proud that I got out of this mess. I'm so proud that I'm able to get out of this mess. It's a choice in perspective. I'm proud of me for not being like them and being true to me and who I want to be. Each circumstance is neutral. You choose if it's a good thing or a bad thing. So in self-love, we always choose that life happens for us and not to us. And how is that happening for us? You can say my family is a mess. Oh no, it's a bad thing. Look at all the bad stuff. I feel bad. Or say my family is a mess. And amidst that, I still choose love. I say, oh my God, did you see how far I come from? I was able to not go into what they are. I'm able to love myself amidst this. I'm able to rise above all of that because I'm better than them. It's a choice that you have. How about you let them carry their own shame because you're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything bad. You're not doing any of the, you don't have any addiction like that. I'm assuming. You're not the one making the name of the family bad. They are. They're the one doing that. Whoever, like your dad, your family's a mess because of them. So how about you let them be ashamed of themselves and you start loving yourself because you get to choose now. Doesn't matter what you do. I'm going to choose to love me. Doesn't matter if the world goes to crap. I'm still going to love me. Because at the end of the day, you're the only one there for yourself. And what you see in the world is just a reflection of how you feel within. So within yourself, you're a mess right now. But as you start loving yourself more and more, the world, you'll see the world through different lenses. Les enfants sont les deux bilingues, oui. Français, anglais. And I can also tell you, oui, j'habite au Québec, près de Montréal. You can see, yeah, but we're doing that right now. You can also see that, you can say, oh my God, I'm ashamed of my family. Or you can see, because that's what I do when I work with people who have some addiction, right? Everything is energy and everything is emotions. Non, mon mari est mort. So at the bottom of the emotion scale, there's like numbing, there's like despair, depression. People who are suicidal are the lowest part, the lowest vibration. And then as you go up, there's like anger, jealousy, envy, blah blah. And then at one point it starts to go into the positive, right? So people who are right when you want to see it's a success, those who take drugs, it's because they went through so much pain and they don't want to feel the pain because they don't feel they don't feel safe within themselves to actually feel the emotion. So the drugs and the alcohol numbs the feeling they don't want to feel that was never safe. That maybe when they were a kid, a little 5-year-old dad trying to cry, il est mort du cancer. Mais les filles avaient 6 mois puis 2 ans et demi quand il est mort, fait que ils ont grandi avec ça. So you can see, either say your dad is a mess and you're ashamed of it, or you can say, oh my God, what happened in his life that was so bad that he needs this? Because that means his family did not give him the space to be angry or to be sad, right? He always had to find something outside of him because his parents did not give him the love that he deserved to deal with his emotion. He may have been beaten up because he was crying as a kid, right? So instead of saying that he's a mess, if he is numbing, he's still alive. Ben, ils s'en souviennent pas vraiment, mais on regarde des photos des fois. Right? You could be proud that they're still here, that they chose drugs, but they chose life. Right? Your dad chose to be alive, instead of just killing himself. And right now, what's keeping him alive is the fact that he's taking drugs. Otherwise, without the drugs, the pain would be too much that maybe he would want to kill himself, right? Can you see that? That right now he's choosing to be alive, no matter how. It might not be the best version, but because he loves his kids so much, he's going against no. Okay? And so he's a really selfish person. Where are you not selfish enough? Where are you giving yourself to everyone? Right? You can say, oh, he's too selfish, but where are you not selfish enough? Where do you not think about your own needs first? Because it's like, for me, the way I see it, like it's the cup of love, okay? So your own self-love. You have a cup of water, for example, which is love. But if it's empty and you're giving it to everyone, oh, I'm so kind, I'm giving all of it for everyone. Oh, look at that. There's nothing left for you. So you're not giving anything. You're giving the action of being a loving person, but you're doing it to receive some back, right? Well, I'm protecting my dad. No. But then in the end, when it's not self-love is not selfish because you're going to fill your cup first and do what you want first. But exactly. So it is not selfish. Yeah. It feels like it's selfish to give yourself because you've been, taught to give to others. So yeah, I'm such a good person, I give to everyone. Yeah, but when you give to everyone, you neglect yourself. And so when you neglect yourself energetically, you cannot attract because the universe puts the focus where you give it. So if you say, oh, my love, the love that I have, I'm giving it to you. The universe is like, oh, we're giving all the love to this person. And then you're like, no, but, well, then she was wrong for that. Because if you don't do it, you're giving it away, and then nobody else is doing it for you. And you're like, why am I doing it, and why am I not getting it back? Because you're not giving it to you. You don't think you're worthy of receiving. You think it's bad to think of yourself, right? So now, it does feel selfish. Like, but I'm not a bad person. You're not. And actually, when you give to someone else, say, I'm going to go to help them, even though I don't want to. Well, in the end, who are you neglecting? Them or you? You're neglecting you when you say yes when you don't want to. Every time you do something that you don't want to, that is not exciting to you, you are the one neglecting yourself. So even if your parents neglected you, you're the one doing it when you say yes when you want to say no. Exactly. But people will give it to you. You know when? When you give it to you. When you feel it's just normal. It's just normal that I'm pretty. I used to think I was ugly, okay? I used to think I was a burden. I used to have glasses, so I like it's not so bad, but this was very big. And I thought I was ugly. I didn't like my eyes. I was short, little boobs that looked like a teenager, right? Even teenagers look more adults than I do. I was like not nice. I thought I was not lovable. I mean, I thought people could commit suicide by what I had to say when I was like being loving. This is me. Like, this was very me. I thought I was a bad mom. Oh God, this is why yesterday was a big crime. Like I was apologizing to my picture of me at 5 years old because I'm like, are you kidding me? I would never say that to someone else. Like that. And something was wrong. How did I say I was a bad mom? Like fuck that shit, right? But I started doing for me. So when I sometimes like, oh, you know what? I said I was gonna go, but in the end, I don't feel like going, so I'm just gonna cancel. In the past, I would not have canceled. Like, what are people gonna think of me if I cancel? Like, I look bad and whatever, right? And I was like, no. If I only say yes if it's to my highest excitement, I only do things that are to my highest excitement because I come first. And if you putting yourself first piss off people, it means they were just using you. Because for me, if I have people in my life, I want them to be there. I don't want you to come and say, oh, I said yes, so I have to go. No. I want you to be there, otherwise just go home. There's no way I'm going to be a burden for you. Right? There's no way I'm going to be a burden. You don't want to be here? Cancel. I'd rather you cancel than you pretending you're okay with being here. Like, energetically, that's where I'm at. Like, I don't care. I want people to be honest. Right? Yes. Alright, you're putting it in the freezer?
Yeah, and I got some stuff on top.
So put some water? Because I want people, right? If somebody gives me money as a gift, my hope first is that they are fed and they're lodged before they give me their money. Because I don't want your money. If you can't afford, if you cannot live, your basic need, don't give me your money. Because I don't want it to feel bad about it, right? Give me from your overflow. Don't give me and struggle from it. But it goes the same with your love, the same with energy.
Chocolate.
Yeah, I'll make one in a minute, okay?
Okay, and kissy. And when you should another kissy. No, I want school.
Okay. Shut down.
You guys see that?
Yeah, she does.
My family.
Yeah. Our family is not that loving.
No. I'm tired.
Yes. Right, it's bedtime. You want to go to bed?
No.
Want to put that in the fridge, please? No, don't open it. Don't open it.
I will.
Thank you.
Is this going to be your lunch for tomorrow?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
And you want to get the milk out too, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you also give me a squirt the mouth
Hmm?
with whipped cream?
Can you start with the whipped cream? All right. Thank you. Oh, now let's go more.
No. More.
No, that's it.
We don't have any more.
Put it in the drawer. Oh, excuse me. So like in the end, you get to choose. Are you ashamed of your family, or can you be proud that your dad is still there because he didn't want to give you the pain of losing someone?
Can I taste too?
No. Tomorrow.
Oh, you promised
for movie night tomorrow?
to?
Because it's almost bedtime. I'm gonna make yourself a hot chocolate. Alright, because now it's just to change the perspective. Maybe.
Can you also send a message to my BFF, Sylvia? Can you send her mom a message?
No, not tonight. It's too late.
No,
It's too late tonight.
No, it's because her mom's making a sleepover. Her mom's coming over for a sleepover. I told Olivia that we're doing a sleepover.
Well, I didn't talk to her mommy, so when we talk to her mom.
No, we're doing it tonight.
Oh well, she didn't talk to me, so.
Well, we're still doing it.
Oh well. Alright.
So we're still doing our sleepover. So we'll have someone over tonight.
Alright.
You gotta text her mom though.
She's gonna text me.
No, you gotta text her.
I'm not texting her.
Yes.
No. Because your friends, maybe their parents never had any traumas in their life, right? And it can be like, haha. Yeah, but if your dad is still alive after going through a whole lot of shit, who's ha-haing now? Who should be ashamed? Actually, instead of being ashamed of your family, it's your friends you should be ashamed. Laughing at people with difficulties and addiction? Who's the jackass here? The one going through the struggle, or the one laughing at those with struggles? Right? If you're gonna be ashamed of something, choose you first of all. Don't feel ashamed, but you can be like, really? You're laughing at someone who has issues? Alright? Reverse that. Not like somebody who does better than others doesn't laugh at other people. So if they're laughing at your family because it's a mess, they're in the same boat. They're just not talking about it openly, right? Because you won't see a rich person. People don't have time. They don't care. Not that they don't care, but it's like they'll feel for the person instead of like, ha ha. So you don't have to protect them, and you have to protect yourself, because if people laugh, they're not really your friend, and you don't want to hang out with them. Even I protect my dad too, and that's okay. Like even I sometimes like I'm pissed off. I'm like I don't want to talk to you, and I do want to have that validation that he's an asshole. But also if somebody comes and talks about him, like it's my dad. Like the fuck, whatever, right? There's stuff that I don't know about his life, because people do the best they can with the tools that they have and the awareness they have of themselves. And I was like, oh, like I said, like you could have done better, but the truth is, people do the best they can. And so if whatever he did was the best that he could, it's because it's never been thought otherwise, and that was the best that he could. And I was like, holy shit, the man. Holy fucking shit. Like, this was the best that he could do. How are you doing, 9? Instead of being upset and like, this was the best he could do. Man. Because I would not have done that. Like, I would have done differently. But from his awareness and all that he's gone through his own life and his own journey, that was the best he could do. Yeah, go ahead. Right? So you can start in compassion for what they're going through. The man, there's a reason they're through that. There are memories that are so hard that they can't process. So instead of feeling ashamed about that, saying, huh, feeling inspired to you do your own healing. So that, because when you heal yourself, you're healing everything. And that's not how I went through COVID. Again, when COVID started, I started freaking out because my kids were back home. Because I'd sent them to daycare. I'd found a daycare and I'm like, oh no, my mental health. And I said, oh my, yeah, remember, you get to choose. Everything is neutral. COVID is neutral. You get to choose that it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Because whichever choice you're making is the right one, and the universe will prove you right. So what do you think is going to happen? Is COVID the best thing that ever happened to you, or is it the worst thing that ever happened to you? And then I stopped stressing out, and I said, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. And then the universe had to prove me right. And we didn't stay locked out at home. Yeah, for a while, yes, but I was doing I was doing some face painting classes for some families at the at the at the community center here. And at one point, things were open. Like for me, it's like, oh, we get to sleep in and we get to do a lot of things like at home. And I bought a couple of games on Amazon. I bought like a gym bar, so that they can spin on and climb and stuff. So I got that. What else did we do? And at one point, stuff started opening, but it was like reduced capacity. God, that was heaven. That was my heaven on earth. I hate lineups. I hate when there's so many people. Like I just hate it. I feel like overwhelmed. Ugh. Yes. Well, I chose. Right? I first chose, and then the universe and my brain, because there's a part in our brain that finds evidence of what we want to see. Right? And so it's like, why ask the question, how is this the best thing possible? Why is this the best thing that ever happened to me? And you choose it, because if you're like, I don't know, I want this, but I doubt that it's the best thing, you're going to track evidence of, yes, it's the best thing, but look, there's this red flag here. So once you choose, no evidence, I choose that COVID is going to be the best thing that happened for me because I have the choice, right? And then it was great, man. After a while, so things started opening. We were going to the zoo. We're going downtown. We're taking a little walk. We just walk across the street from other people. Like, it was amazing. For someone who didn't like to socialize much, it was amazing. Oh my God, I never had to book anything. You're guaranteed a spot. But the truth is, your vibration dictates if you have a spot or not. Things were fully booked. I was able to manifest things, right? Things fully booked. I wanted it. I would call. Oh yeah, we just have a spot that open. Because it doesn't matter. You want it, it's yours. If you didn't have the desire for it, it would not be yours, right? So when you see it that way, it changes everything. There was like Granby Zoo, 25% occupation rate. Going to the Zoo, zero lineup. 25%. It was empty, but it was still open. It was heaven. It was amazing, honestly. And we were able to do so many things. I was not afraid because I also knew that the body reacts the way we tell it. So if you are afraid of COVID, if you think that COVID, you can catch it, you're going to catch it and then have all these symptoms. But I have to believe that the symptoms are emotions that are simply unprocessed. So I was not afraid of that. And because I was not afraid, yeah. Oh, I do have my moments though. But I'm working. When I have a moment, I let the emotion go through. And then I remind myself, oh, what is it that I'm manifesting? This is just the letting go of the old, right? It's awesome. It's a good way to see it. You want to come up? Come on. It's because in the end, choice. Everything is a choice. How you see life is a choice. Oh yeah, come here. Because we think, we react. Oh, this happened. I feel like that. I feel hurt by his behavior. I feel alone by this. No, the truth is, I feel hurt. Therefore, I'm on the hurt vibration, on the frequency like a radio station. I'm on the station of the I feel hurt. And so what does the universe has to give me? Anything that plays on that station. The guy who hurts me, my parents who does something, my friend who does something, the work who does something, because I'm on that frequency. You want something else? Turn the radio station to, oh my God, I feel so much love. I feel so loved. Why am I so loved today? There's no evidence. Why am I so loved? And then it forces your brain to find evidence of it. Oh yeah, you were meant to be here at this time. If your inner being brought you here, because you needed to hear that. So I feel ashamed. Is it still a 9? And also, people say out loud what we think within. So if you were ashamed of your family inside of your head, your friends had to say it out loud. 7, awesome. So if you feel if you are offended, like whatever you feel, you think about your family, people will say it out loud over here. So it's not it's not them that are offending your family. It's you that is offending and insulting your family, if that's how you see them, right? And I feel hurt. How strong is it right now? On a scale of 0 to 10, we're just going to see, some of the relief that you've went through. Oh, that's so 5. You were a 6 earlier, and on the shame, you were 9. Now it's a 7. I don't love myself. How strong is it now? Three. It was an 8. See? Just by working these perspectives, we can change things. Okay? And let's go with, I still don't love myself because. Good. Because now we can tell your brain, see, 9 to 7, that's a relief. That's improvement. C'est ce que je fais en ce moment. J'aide les gens à retomber en amour avec eux-mêmes et à être plus positif et à se donner de l'amour. J'aide les gens, au lieu d'avoir une perspective négative sur leur situation, qui les garde dans le négatif, puis dans le drainant, puis à attirer des affaires pas le fun. Ben, je les aide à tomber dans l'amour. So I still don't love myself because. Alors, on parle avec l'enfant intérieur, là. But not just learn a lot. You also express, by expressing your inner child, like, oh my God, somebody's listening to me. So I have attention. Somebody cares, right? So I still don't love myself because my goal is to bring that to a 0. So if you still have time, I like to nip it in the bud. Right, so I still don't love myself. Merci. This is my hot chocolate machine. It's a milk frother. And it's great because I just put some milk. I do my hot chocolate in there. You can do cappuccino, but I don't drink coffee, so I don't do that. You can do just like a cappuccino or like a latte. So I do the latte for the hot chocolate, then I do a little cappuccino. Okay. Yes, it is available on my Amazon page. If you go in my link in the bio, I do have an Amazon influencer page. So I'm just saying to you, I make money when you buy it from me, from Amazon on my page. But it's really awesome. Like this, I don't have to go with the machine. So, and I still don't love myself because I don't feel good enough. I don't feel good enough on a scale of 0 to 10. How strong is that? I don't feel good enough. It's that easy. See, it's just question after question like that. Nothing else. So I don't feel good enough on the scale of 0 to 10. It's a good boy. Sis, and I don't feel good enough because 7. Okay. I don't feel good enough because 7, Mini? Okay. I tell myself I am not good enough. And I tell myself I'm not good enough because the goal is to find where does that come from. And then just say, oh, I can change that today. So I tell myself I'm not good enough because I have low self-esteem. And I feel I have low self-esteem because but you know that they did. Does that mean that everybody was raised in a chaotic family has low self-esteem? Everybody who's been bullied to have low self-esteem at one point. Okay, at one point. Now your family relationship that was in the past. Now the problem is not your family relationship. Now is the you and you relationship. Because you can blame your family for so long. I was rejected in high school and I blamed them for 20 years of having low self-esteem. Okay? 20 years. Of like not being on my like, oh, no. I'm like, man, I'm not good enough because otherwise like they rejected me. I felt like I didn't have closure. I don't even know why they rejected me. Yeah, I felt like bad like that for 20 years. But they rejected me once. I'm the one who kept saying I was not good enough. What did I do wrong? Why, right? I was looking, what did I do wrong? Instead of saying, I didn't do anything wrong. They were just assholes, right? And actually now I know that everything is energy. So if so once you level up in your self-love, you level up energetically. People that you met, that are friends with you, that are on this level, if you rise, either they'll do the inner work energetically to rise with you, or they're going to go away. It feels though that they're the one pushing you, that they're the one rejecting you, when in fact it's your energy that's so strong that pushed them away. So you are so powerful. You're so powerful that now you're so confident that you have low self-esteem. You're so confident that you have low self-esteem. Yes, exactly. As you level up, people who are not ready to match or not, the universe will move them. And actually, if there's a part of you that's like, I don't really like this friend, something's gonna happen and they're gonna go. And then you heal, you go up, then they heal, something, they're back to your level. And whatever they need to heal energetically, if they're matched, like, this is why there is no need to like, I'm gonna do everything I can to keep that person in my life. You do you. Whoever is meant to follow you will either come and stay. This is why also, like, even in a relationship, right? You want to keep your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. But the truth is, if you're leveling up and they're not, you're now a match to a new partner at your level. Or this partner is going to have their own work done and come back. This is why your husband came back. You level up. Either he levels up with you or it goes away until his energy goes, fuck that shit, and then does the work and come back. But everybody's a match to the frequency you are on. And so, but you're so confident, Mackenzie, that you have low self-esteem, that what are you manifesting? That you have low self-esteem. Right? You're so confident that you're not good enough, that you're manifesting not being good enough. Because you manifest from the confidence into in a certainty of a belief. So if you believe you're all the best, awesome, most awesome person on the planet, you have the belief, the confidence that you have this. But if you're like, I'm so shy, you're so confident, and you think, I know I'm shy. The knowing, I know I'm shy, I know I have low self-esteem, the knowing is the confidence, right? I know for me this is good, right? I know the sun will rise tomorrow. Am I doubting? Oh, I hope the sun will rise tomorrow. No. How do you believe what? Right? You get to choose. Where you are right now is the best place you've ever been in your entire life. As shitty as it may seem, where you are right now is a dream manifestation that you had in your past. So maybe 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, maybe when you were a kid. And when you were a kid, you were like, I wish I live in a different place. I wish I was out of this family. I wish I was out of this relationship. I wish whatever. And here you are today. Where you are today is a dream that you manifested from a past state. Even those who are into drugs and those who are homeless, as shitty as it sounds to us, when I talk to some of them and show them, the better it gets, the better it gets, wherever you feel you are, your highest now, your lowest point is higher than your last. Like if you go with a mountain, the peak is here. Like we have a peak, woo, and then it goes back up, and then there's another peak in a valley. The valley here is higher than the peak here. It's not the greatest example there, but so even when you think you got your lowest right now is better than where you were when you had your maximum in the past. When you thought you were like, I'm so good. You were not confident. You were acting in surviving mode. Now you feel safer to express it. So how can you believe? Seeing evidence in your life of where you come from and how far you've come. You are your own evidence. That's awesome, guys. And you start seeing. Because in your brain, there's this activated, reticular activated system or something. And that part in your brain, its job is to find evidence of what you believe of yourself. So if you believe you're not good enough, your brain, its job is to go and see, let's go prove to her all the reason why she's not good enough. We'll remind her of that one time, when she was in grade 6 that she did this thing. We'll remind her in 2 years ago, that person did that to her, right? Because that's what your brain is finding evidence of to remind you of what you believe. And so if you start saying, why am I so awesome? Why am I so loved? Why am I so amazing? Your brain's like, oh, she thinks she's so amazing. Okay, now let's find evidence of why she's so amazing. That's his job. It's going to go through, in grade 8, she did this for this person. Oh, in grade 7, oh my God, did you see that she did that? And then, oh my God, like right now, did you see the guy just came and talked to her? Like, right? Because she's so amazing, right? So now your brain is going to find evidence to prove you right. And just try it. There's nothing to lose. Just give it a shot, right? What do you have to lose to start assuming the best? Because let's be honest, you can walk on the planet in your own head thinking you're the worst person on the planet. Or you can walk on the planet thinking you're the best person on the planet. With zero evidence. You get to choose to walk feeling like shit or to walk feeling like an awesome person. Which one do you want to do? Which one do you want to choose right now? And you don't have to achieve anything amazing in your life to start thinking, yeah, exactly. Right? So how about you just start walking and say, I'm the most awesome person on the planet. And if people, quoi? Hein? Quoi? Yeah. Pour 30 minutes à 9h, ça va te coucher, okay? Right? So if you're like, I'm the most awesome person.
J'ai fait 15 secondes maximum.
15 secondes de quoi?
Sur on handstand.
Wow, c'est long ça? C'est long? So you get to choose, yeah, I'm awesome. You don't believe it? I don't give a shit. I think I'm awesome. Right? There you go. And if people laugh at you for that, it's like, yeah, I'm the most awesome person on the planet. So are you. Right? I'm the most awesome person in my reality. This is my story because your life is like a book. You're the main character of that movie. See your life as a movie, okay? And you're the main character.
Mama, can I see something?
No, thank you, not now.
I made my doll stand.
Cool.
And then I made my doll suitcases.
That's okay. So people in your life are just secondary character. Right now in my life, you're all background characters. Like second, you're like now you're talking to me, so you actually would get like you'll be union now because you're talking to the main character. But in your life, people who are watching your story, you are the main character. But we just have a cross, right? Cross show or something. Oh, the two main characters of the story are meeting right now. Anybody else who are watching? They're background characters, or all of us are matching. Like, oh my gosh. I want to see Cameron. That's your daughter. Come on. I'm sorry. We're all there. What the heck? Why can I not remember your? Oh. Why do I have Cameron in my head? What? Why am I thinking of your daughter? Huh? I got a blank of your name. What's going on with that? It's like full blank right now. Okay, Coop. Oh my god, this is not fun. Like, I know you. Alright. So we have Kate Coop, who also has our own thing coming in. So we're all the characters coming in the same, like, story. No, seriously. Okay, wait. I don't... This is weird. I just have Cameron in my head. Does Cameron have anything right now? Anybody has, like, I know it's your daughter, but anybody has anything with the name Cameron? That's your daughter. I want your name. I want your name. Why? I'm like, why? Because I know when I say something, like spirit or something, right? I know I channel stuff, so I'm like, why? Like, why is that the name coming up now? Right? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna call you Kate then. Not helpful. Not helpful. Thank you. Oh god. I'm like feeling this big block. It's like, what the heck is going on? And that was weird. That was weird. The K Coop messed me up. It did. But why? Now I'm curious as to why Cameron showed up in like that. That's interesting. Because that was the only word coming out of, like, that was the only thing that wanted to come out. I wonder, interesting. I like to figure things out like that. Like, oh, there's something going on about that. Because I know that, Crystal, is your daughter the main character in your life? On TikTok, she's the main character of your TikTok. She's the one that's always on screen, not you. Because I was talking about main characters. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's good. Oh, fuck, that's good. Oh, shit, Spirit, you're awesome. I'm going to start referring to Spirit like that. Because I was saying, I'm the main character, she's the main character, and then, Cameron. She's the main character of your story. That's what I'm taking out from that. Oh, that was so good, because it was like, so like, You gotta change that, girl. Okay, Coop now. Anyway, yeah. So Mackenzie, main character. I feel ashamed. Is it still I still don't love myself. Is that still a 3? We're gonna deal with you after, Crystal. See, Cameron wanted to come out again. It's a 0. I don't feel good enough. How strong is that? 0. I feel ashamed. How strong is that? Hey, Sarah, what are you doing? I feel ashamed. 0. Anything else here? I don't love myself. Was it 0? So that's it. Nothing else. So that I don't love myself, you went from an 8 down to 0. Feeling ashamed. Oh, I feel hurt. How strong is it? You're welcome. That's the job I do. I feel hurt. How strong is that one? Sweet. 0. All right. So now, so you get to choose. You get to walk, thinking whatever you want about yourself. And if people don't think the same, you're like, yeah, but you get to choose. If I'm right, no matter what. If I'm right, no matter what, because your brain's gonna prove you everything, no matter what. Yay! Right? So, how about this guy who said you were ugly? Do you still think you're ugly? Do you still feel that you're ugly? There you go. Perfect. You've been Marie-Ève. Boom. And that's how it's done. You're welcome. And you choose that every single day. Oh, how does that make me feel? Oh, it still makes me feel like I'm not good enough. And then imagine your 5-year-old self. Take a picture of you when you were a kid. And tell her everything you say to yourself. Oh, you're ugly. You're not good enough. I'm ashamed of you. Yesterday I was crying like a baby. I was like, I'm ashamed of you. I'm like, I can't say that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you're so fucking annoying. Oh God, like how can you say that? You've done amazing. Spread the word. How about you, Crystal? What's the emotion that you have now? Because that's not okay. That is not okay that you're not the main character of your own story. Do you use your TikTok to share some of your macrame stuff? Because you could. TikTok.
Diving into part 2 of the I'm navigating through this very murky ecosystem of where their emotional needs are versus what the environment is providing them. They do feel a debt of obligation. There's a sense of feeling responsible for their partner, even the children.
No. Let's see. Okay, cool. Okay, good. Nice. Nice. Yeah, because this one is not Chris and Cam, it's just Cam. A little tiny bit of you, but so how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel that she's taking the spotlight? Because she's not stealing it, you're giving it to her. Right? How does it feel to give her the spotlight? How does that make you feel? Hey Bob Graton, bienvenue, bienvenue. Okay, there you go. That's good. But in your life, right? Let me ask you, how's your self-love? On a scale of 0 to 10, I love myself. How strong is it tonight? Or in general right now? It's a 9. Oh, nice. So, I hate myself. Well, go ahead. I don't love myself. Myself, which is a 1. I don't love myself because I don't love myself because we're just going on the little 1 there to bring that extra notch there. Because that's not 9 out of 10 is not good enough for me. It's gonna be a 10 out of 10. I don't love myself because I like to bring people to 10 out of 10. Alright. When they're in alignment, it's easy to go back there. We release not good enough stuff. Because sometimes new perspective shows up, right? It will happen. Be like, oh, now I don't feel good enough in this situation. Well, you still get to choose again. I don't feel good enough according to whom? According to whom am I not feeling good enough? Oh, because I said I don't feel good enough? Well then, how about I change something? Now I'm a coach. I'm a self-love and mindset coach. Even better than a therapist. I help people go to therapy after they're done their therapy. Because they're like, I've been seeing therapists for like 20 years, it's still not working. Within one session, it's all good. I've helped them go over whatever they've been working on for many years. But therapists are important too, right? No. I think they're not. At one point, you can either stay in the past and talk about your therapy with your therapist or change it. Thank you. I've worked hard on that. I've worked hard on my on myself, right? If I didn't do the work on me, I wouldn't be able to do those reframes for you. I did not get your comment, no. No K-coops. And that's interesting how I forgot your name. Well, it's not I forgot your name. Spirit, source did not let me say your name because there was something that needed that was happening. But how people who have Alzheimer, I'm going to say like this, not that it's not true, but how is spirit not giving them other stuff, right? We're learning to live in the present. The goal of people is to live in the present and be in the present because technically the past doesn't exist, the future doesn't exist. You're only living everything in the present. When 5 years ago, when you went through that breakup, it was in the present. Now you're in the present here. So people who have Alzheimer, they're simply always in the present. Now, it pisses off people because they don't remember me, right? But when you're in the present, it doesn't matter. It doesn't bother them. It bothers people around them. That's the problem. They're not more miserable for it. We're making them feeling bad, but you don't remember? We don't, right? You're gonna have to go like one word at a time. Spirit is not letting you. I'm too tough on myself. And I'm too tough on myself because that one came out very fast. Damn. I'm too tough on myself because For everything to be perfect. Now I want everything to be perfect because tu sais pas, mais t'aimes mon style. Okay. It's nice when it is perfect. Well, what? Can you see that perfect might be perfect for your inner being? It may not seem perfect to you, but in the big plan of life for where you're going, how about choosing that this is perfect? How it is right now is perfect. Because if it was meant to be different, it would be different. Because for where you're going in your dream life, in the future of your dream life, you need this here right now. For your future to be perfect and exactly as you imagine right now is perfect because you imagined this one at one point. It is growing. It is evolving. Instead of being perfect, can you see how it's always evolving? And it'll never reach perfection because when everything is perfect, you're going to die, right? It'll never be perfect because it's always unfinished because you'll be always finding something. Oh, I can change that. I can grow this. I can change it. I can do faster. I can, right? If you go with always going on, let's just grow. And one step at a time, and say, because if you wait, everything is perfect, you're not moving. How about to choose that the first step you're taking is perfect because you never took that step before? It may not look like how you want it, but say, I did something new. That's perfect because I choose that I'm perfect, right? The mess and the chaos is perfect because, right, for Mackenzie, your soul chose this family exactly as it is for the journey for your soul journey, for your own life journey. If you had any other family, the dream that you have would not happen because you would not have the tools to go where you're going. So instead of saying it's not the way I want it, so you can be perfect and doing always the most perfect thing, and you'll never get the recognition. Because the reason why he can't give you that recognition is because he doesn't feel good about himself. If he hates himself, how can he give you you're so awesome? Because he cannot see it in you. You could be the most perfect person, but people only see they only see in you as deep as they've seen in themselves. So if he thinks he's awful, he can't give you oh my God, you're so perfect and amazing. Because you are not the mirror of that for him. If he thinks he's shitty, what he sees in you is shitty because he feels that of himself. The day that he chooses that he's good enough, whatever, you can be the same person and he will see, oh my God, you're so good. And you have nothing to do, right? But now, because you never got that love, you're trying to prove yourself to someone that cannot give you that. And the goal of that, for your dad's soul, its purpose is for you to become your own authority and your own validation. Because he cannot mirror you, right? If you don't think you're perfect and if you don't think you're good enough, your dad cannot be the mirror that you're good enough. He just can't, right? So I feel I was never good enough for my dad because I feel this way because I feel I'm not good enough for my dad because and in the end is to choose. Maybe I'll never be good enough for him, but I was always be good enough for me. I was adopted and fell apart. You fell apart? And life brings you always something better. So you being adopted, him was better than where you were before. where you are now was better than where you were in the past. So, okay. And I felt different. I feel different because and the truth is you're different. You can't come from the exact same family and you're still different. You're unique. You were a blessing in their life. They had a gift in their life. Oh, good. Finally, we have someone who comes from somewhere else, right? Okay, I feel different. We had a different, background, language background. So awesome! You came into their life to have French, like to have a nice mix. Salut Victoria! Right? Now instead of choosing that you're never good enough, obviously you were good enough because he adopted you, right? Otherwise you would not have been adopted if you were not good enough. And if anything, he's the one who's not good enough for you. If he doesn't love you the way you are, he's the one not good enough for you. He's the one who's not good enough, not you. You've always been the perfect little child. Would you tell Cameron, if you had a new boyfriend, I know you don't have one, but when you're not good enough, he's not your real dad, right? When you're not good enough because you're adopted. Would I tell that to my kids? Right? Now that Eric is not there, now I'm going to get someone else. Technically, he's going to adopt them, right? That's the plan. Saying, well, you're not good enough because, that's not your real dad. That's heavy. But that's what you're doing to yourself right now. Oh my God, but you're doing it to yourself as we speak. I'm not good enough because I was adopted. Does that mean that all adopted kids are not good enough for their family, for their dads? Every kid who feel different than the rest of the family, does that mean they're not good enough? Everybody who has a different background, like in language, are they not good enough? Or are they good enough? No, not good enough. Because right now, when you put that on you, like that, I'm not good enough because I was adopted and I'm different, you're saying that every kid who's adopted and is different is not good enough. Because the love we give to others is the love that we give to ourselves. So if you hate yourself and judge yourself with that, you're spreading that energy out on everyone who's that. So this is how I did the work for me. If I would not tell that to these people, how is it okay to tell it to me? So since you wouldn't do that to them, are you good enough for your dad? Are you good enough for anyone coming in? You're not just good enough. You're more than good enough. Well, exactly. So you don't think that of others. So apply that to you. Apply that to you. Same thing. And it's not you as a child. It's not you were always good enough. If anything, it was your parents that were not good enough for you. If anything. Because you were perfect. Just because you're born, you're perfect. You're perfect with the flaws that you think is a flaw, right? And with the qualities that you have. For someone saying, oh, I cry all the time, it's a flaw. You are so unique and talented. Yeah, this is why you're different. It's a good thing to be different. You don't want to be like everyone else. You don't want to look like everyone else. You don't want to be everyone else. Did you see everybody's depressed? I don't want to be anybody else than me. So yes, you're different and it's a good thing. Because you're the one who brings change in people's life. For the good, for the best. They adopted you, so they give you something good for you because it was better than what you were before. But it's the same thing. You were a gift to that family. You changed their life by just being there. You don't have to do anything to be good enough. But you believe that you need to do something to be good enough because you felt like you were not good enough for your dad. Did he ever tell you that you were not good enough for him? Did he ever tell you that you were not good enough? Okay, so it was you feeling like that. And then from that, you've attracted behavior from your dad and words from your dad that you assume meant you were not good enough. It's not to your dad that you were not good enough. It was to yourself. You were never good enough for you. And feeling something and the truth are different. When I felt ugly, was I ugly? No. The truth is I was not. But I felt like it. When I felt I was not loved and unlovable and a monster, was that true? No. That's how I felt. But the truth was I'm loved and protected and right, amazing. How you feel, this is why we say how you feel is what matters. Right? So you get to choose to walk that you're awful or that you're perfect. Knowing that you don't have to be perfect for anyone else but you. Because every decision that you make, you're making them for you, for your life. Same with your kids and your partners. If you make a choice, because you're perfect for you, and that should be enough. Because then once you're perfect for you, people will think you're perfect. Like, oh my God, you're so perfect. They're gonna come and gonna say it left and right, and your brain's gonna see how your life is perfect. Because your life is just a mirror of how you feel about you. So, can you say right now, you get to choose everything is perfect as it is without changing. I say a mess, it's perfect. Because one day there won't be a mess. I get to choose that the mess is a good thing or not. You get to choose anything. So, if you want everything to be perfect, change your perspective and say, oh my God, everything's already perfect. Because I know and I trust that my inner being is guiding me where I need to be. So let's say you manifest millions of dollars, whatever you're manifesting, it's here. This is already done. And everything from where you are to where this is, everything in between is just a bridge to get to your desire. There you go. And if people come and they complain, oh my God, it's so messy. Okay. If you're going to complain that it's messy, you're welcome to clean it for me. I appreciate the support. Right? You get to choose that. You get to choose that. Anything. You get to choose the perfection of everything. Or saying everything is awful. And then the choice that you make will dictate what you see in your reality. So, can you release the being tough on yourself? Right? We say, oh, tough love. No, love is not tough. Love is caring, nurturing. It feels good, feels light. Can you choose to have compassion and to relax? So I don't love myself. Is it still a 1? And see where you come from. I mean, you were adopted, you went through all of this, and you're still here today. Why do you need more? Isn't that enough of evidence of how awesome you are? Like, isn't your journey so far and all that you've been through and came out of, isn't that evidence enough that you are enough? Because if you weren't, you would be dead. I'm not saying that those people were not enough, but I mean, you were able to make it through everything. If a child went through what you went through, would you tell them they're not enough? Man, you need to do more. You need to achieve more in life. No, you would not. So again, I have my picture of when I'm 5 years old. Sometimes I'm looking at her, I give her a kiss, or like, I'm sorry. I still apologize to my picture. I thought you were not. It's awful when you look at your picture. It's super freaking awful. Like, I was telling her these things. I was telling her she was ugly. And I was telling her she was, oh my God, she was a burden. But yeah, anyway, so now I love myself. How strong is it? On a scale of 0 to 10, I love myself unconditionally. Mm-hmm. 10. There you go. And if people say nobody's perfect, then say, well, I'm perfect for me. And you should be perfect for you as well, right? You get to spread that love for yourself and others. Because, yeah, I'm perfect for me. If there's something I don't like, I'll just change it. But I'm still perfect. Right now, I'm perfect. There's stuff I don't know yet. I don't know it yet. And so why would I judge? And I even judge myself, right? When I discovered love attraction, I was like, oh my God, when my husband died, I could have, if I knew the love attraction, I would have changed things. I was beating myself up for something I didn't know. If I knew that, if I knew about this, I would have changed this. It was meant to happen that way in that order for me to discover this, right? That was the plan. That was our soul contracts the entire time. So you, Mackenzie, even your brothers that passed away, your souls before coming on earth, they sign a contract with each other. We're going to go through these things, and you're going to have to come, you're coming on earth for growth and expansion. And say, okay, at one point, I'm going to go, and I'm going to go. Crystal's mom, my husband, they all passed away. I didn't sign shit. Not that you remember, but your soul does. And your soul knows everything is perfect. When you're like, oh my God, I make a mistake. Yeah. Your soul is like, no, you didn't. I made you do that because I know what's coming. I know what you need to learn from this for the next step. Because I know the next step in your life. I know what's happening in like 2 months. Next week, I know the plans are being... I know what's coming for you. So I know that this was my mistake, that you needed this experience for what's coming for you next. All right? When you see it that way, you're like, okay, why am I going through that? Because I know there's something I'm needing right now that's bringing me to what I truly desire, right? It's a bridge of incident. You want to be married? Like, you already imagine yourself married again? Well, if I'm talking to the guy and there's stuff that I'm like, I don't like this, is he really the guy I'm going to marry? Say, no. Already, I know I'm going to be married. So whatever is happening here is just to help me think, well, if I'm thinking I'm already married, I wouldn't be doubting all of this. Because I know, like my future self's like, yeah, no, we're married to the guy. So it may take a couple weeks, a couple months, but we're married, right? It's just a matter of like, what is it that you want evidence of? That you're not loved or that you're loved? That is the right person or not the right person? Because the universe will prove you right no matter what. Anyway, that was it for tonight. And thank you, Ben, and thank you, Ramien. I agree with you. I am incredibly beautiful and gorgeous and sexy and the most amazing person on the planet. I don't doubt it 1 second that you're infatuated. I know my energy. I know what my vibration attracts to. I would be too if I was you. Yeah, I would. I'm just perfect. I really am. Fuck, I really am. But yeah, I understand why you're infatuated. Did you see this? Did you see these PJs? Freaking hot. Mwah! Crystal, I love you so much. And yeah, I know what that was the good. See, if that didn't happen, we would not have talked and helped you with this thing. I feel like I would have a good time with you. Are you not having a good time right now? I am having a good time right now with myself and you guys. So, are you not having a good time right now, Ben? Because if you're not, well, then you would not have a better time with me here, because what I am here is the same as what I am at home. Like, not at home, but well, so if you're having a good time, I feel like I would have a good time with you. I'm having a good time with you. It's good enough. Be in the present. We live in the present. So enjoy that you get this good time with me right now. And actually, I'm leaving. So it was a pleasure to have a good time, as short as it was. But, you started brief instead of this beauty in your life. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye.